Welcome back once again to another episode of Ask the Techies. I'm D.Lee Beard, and I am here to talk to you about photos and maps on the iPad device. This is bigger. This is like a picture frame that you can watch your photo. You can look at your photos on. I mean, it pops up. Even with a stand, it can be a stand, and it is a picture frame. It's got 10-hour battery life. It's going to play all day in your office your favorite photos as a slideshow. One of the ways that you can do that, I should show you real quick. Let me just turn this thing off, hit the off button over here on the side. And one of the things that you can do is when you click it on, it gives you an option right here where you can tap that little flower icon and it turns it into basically a picture frame. And it's just going to slide through these pictures that I've got on here. It's just going to rotate through them. And I got a picture frame. All right. If I change my mind, tap, slide, takes me out of the slideshow, takes me to my iPad main screen. And if I want to look at my photos, you click on the photos, the sunflower icon, and there's gobs of photos. You can sync them through your computer. There's also an external USB device that you can use, a little clip that clips on the bottom of the iPad where you can connect your camera and import stuff directly. So that's kind of nice. So here you go. You have choices at the top. You have like photos. Here's where you can just kind of view through all the photos that you've got. Albums. And here's where you can get albums. You might have seen this little effect where you can go and get a sampling of them. If you like it, you just do it all the way. Click back to albums and you can close. You've also got events. This is where you can look at, these are specific albums that I actually created in iPhoto. There's events, and so these are certain events that when I imported. So you go, boop. There's Leo Laporte with a friend of mine at Ohio University. And they've also got a thing called places. So if you've got your photos, like from your iPhone, or if you've somehow tagged your photos as to where you took those pictures, and you can do that in iPhoto, you can tag where they are, what city they're at, even a specific point in a city where they're located. Well, you can click on places, and it brings up a map. So if you wanted to see like pictures that you took in Hawaii, you tap on that, and you can go, kind of interesting. That's where you can find stuff based upon where you've been. And see, it's kind of go, let me show that again. Go tap. I thought that was kind of cool. You do this, pulls open, and then I just go whoop to close it. And it takes me right back to the map. I come over here and say, let's take a look at Vancouver. And I can go through my pictures, take a look, and say there's an interesting one. You tap on it, and there you go. You can look at it. You can slide through, go through a whole batch of them. It's my trip from Vancouver. And go back one more. And there's the nice clock tower that's on the British Columbia University. And if I want to send this to someone, well, let me go back. I can go click on send, and I can say email photo or use as a wallpaper. I can change it to the wallpaper. Click cancel. Go back to my photos. I can also come over here and just do tap this little arrow button in the corner and go select photos that I want. So if I want to send this one with the clock tower, and also want to send this one with the Canadian flag, and also want to send one of this monument, statue, artwork, then I just click on those, and then click email, or I can copy, tap on email, and it pulls up the email, and then I can type in a message in there, but you can see all the images are in there that I can now send to myself, to my friend, anything like that. Click cancel. All right, click cancel on that. Don't really want to email those to anybody right now. So that's kind of nice to be able to do that. Now, this is not, let me go back to the events. This is not the Photos app is not good for editing photos. You can't really do that. You can certainly browse them. There's lots of options to be able to do that. You can find pictures based upon the location if you've added that into iPhoto, but it's not very good for doing other things. Now speaking of maps, like for editing, color correcting, any of that kind of stuff, there are some apps you can download that you can add to it. I haven't had a chance to test those. If you have had a chance to test those and there's ones that you'd recommend, feel free to post a comment at our AskTheTechies.com website for this episode on photos on the iPad. One thing I wanted to point out to you was the idea of pictures. One of the things that I've got here is some pictures of screenshots. That's what this is. This is just a picture of a screenshot. And I can rotate this so it'll show the right way. There we go. And this is basically, this is for events. This was a picture, click on albums, saved photos. There's a bunch of them. One of the things I did recently is I had to make a trip to another city, small town actually. But what I did is I basically went into the Maps app and did screen captures. So I basically had pictures of the maps because I don't have the 3G version and I wanted to make sure I could see the maps large so I could take a look at it. Basically, it was my map. I already mapped out what I needed to do, and then I could just slide through the pictures that I needed to go through to be able to find my location. And I found that very helpful. If you haven't done that before, basically you just push the round button and the top off button at the same time, and it will take a screen picture of whatever it is that you've got. Go back to my save photos. For example, let me just do that real quick. I'll just do a click. Ready? And there it is. Popped up right there. A picture showing all the pictures that I have taken. But with maps, I wanted to show you how handy this really is, this map program that comes built in. This is really cool. Got to show you this. This is kind of fascinating.